Hey everyone, it's Lexi. Welcome to Top 5 Wednesdays. Today's topic is books to read without knowing the synopsis. So this was a topic that I thought was really intriguing because I know for some books I don't want to know the synopsis at all, just kind of know the general gist of it, but not the synopsis at all. So this one was the one I had a lot of fun with finding books. For a couple of them, the authors do repeat themselves, but only once, I think. Yeah, there's only one author that repeats herself in here, but other than that, I think these books, a lot of you will like. They're really unique. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first book is The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton, and this is a book that I read last month actually, and it changed my life. It is such an amazing book. So basically the only synopsis that you need to know is that it follows a girl named Nell who on her 16th birthday finds out that her family that she's known and loved all her life, her parents, are not her actual parents. She was found on the dock after a ship boarded with no family, no nothing, so her parents took her in and that changed her life forever. So she tries to figure out her history of her family and all that, so that's all you need to know. But basically this book was so moving. It changed my life. It was just, I cannot stress it anymore. You need to go pick it up. It's a really moving book that also kind of has a historical element to it, which I think a lot of you will enjoy. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You just need to pick this one up. Definitely within the top 5 books of my lifetime. I could not stress it even more. And then kind of along with the same author, I then have The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. And this is another book that I read over the summer that changed my life, again within the top 5 books of my life. So all you need to know about this book is that one day when a 16-year-old is in her family's treehouse, she looks out the window to this man walking onto her property, and then this man then confronts her mother, who she then stabs with a knife. And that was basically, they never talked about it. None of her siblings knew about it. She's kept it a secret basically her entire life until her mother is kind of on her deathbed, and it kind of raises up these questions again. So that's all you need to know about this one. Again, this book was so good. I was so moved. So many of the characters in here are just amazing, and just the way this author writes, although these books are both very long, just 600 pages plus, they are worth it. They are so good. These 2 books I finished within 2 or 3 days. I was glued from the beginning, and they're just really good. So like I said, go pick these books up. Your life will not be the same after reading them. Next, I then have A Fall of Marigolds by Susan Mesner. So this was actually my first book club pick back in the day. So this one actually I really ended up enjoying. All you need to know about this book is that it follows 2 girls who kind of have a dual storyline, and what connects them is a scarf with marigolds on it. That's all you kind of need to know about it. It was just a really good book. I think this is a book you kind of have to go into it blind, because I don't know, it's just really moving, and I think like a lot of you will particularly like kind of going into it blind and not knowing much about it, and like what connects these women and just all that. So kind of figuring out for yourself. So I could not stress this book anymore. It was really good. And so yeah. Next, I then have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and this was actually a book that I kind of didn't really know much about, but I've heard so many great things about it. So I picked this up over the summer and I loved it. So basically the only thing you need to know is that the circus comes and goes without warning, and it's only open at night. And I think that's the only thing you need to know about it. That's the only thing I knew about it, because it kind of took me by surprise, and I kind of went into it blind, and I felt like it was more enjoyable just kind of reading it that way and just kind of being surprised and figuring out the plot line. So this book was just amazing. It's very atmospheric, and just kind of the whole kind of feel of the novel it's like I feel happy reading it, even though it does have some dark aspects to it, but I really enjoyed it. If you're a very visual kind of sensory person when you read, I think this book would be perfect for you. Finally, I then have I Know a Secret by Tess Gerritsen, and this is the most recent release for the Rizzolian Isles series, which is one of my all-time favorite series. When I found out that she would be having this book published, this basically a month ago. I was really excited and I did not read the synopsis at all. Basically, the general just premise of the series, it follows two women, Jane Rizzoli, who is a Boston homicide detective, and Dr. Marigolds, who is the medical examiner, and they work together solving murders. So I think this one is one that you should go into kind of blind, not knowing anything besides general plot of the series, but it was just really good. I loved it. I usually with these books I don't read the synopsis at all when it comes to this author. I just trust knowing that I will like it, and I like going into it blind and being surprised. So just in general, Tess Gerritsen, but this book was so good. I felt like it was really different than the other ones in just terms of the overall setup of the book and just how everything plays out, which I really enjoyed. But I could not stress this author anymore. If you are kind of into murder mysteries, then check this author out. You will not be disappointed. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what books you think I should read without knowing the synopsis, and if you've read any of these, let me know what you think. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.